This is Rudra again. I hope the mic was recording. I'm not sure. So let's say it again. Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Rudra again, and my mic is loose. Okay. Anyways, today we are talking about the 5 pillars of a good, or I would say great e-commerce brand in 2026. Now, before I talk about any particular sort of pillar or any sort of these, these key 5 things, you have to know that the 5 pillars of e-commerce, especially in 2026, are basically the fundamentals that you are missing in your marketing or slash advertising. So this particular video or this particular section is all about summarizing those 5 pillars in as simple or as short or concise I could. The first is the 3 magical words. No, they are not what you think about. These are the ideal customer profile. The first pillar, in order to make sure your e-commerce is really great and generates good amount of cash, it's to make sure that you have a ICP, or simply put, ideal customer avatar or profile. This is that particular single person you're trying to sell. You have to describe him or her in very detailed and visualized way as much as you can. The second pillar is the irresistible offer. I've actually talked about a lot. So simply put, this is the offer that your customer can't pass on. Third pillar, the value ladder, or also called as the essential ladder. Basically, you are putting them from a very low end or low tier bait product to a higher end offer. This is what we call a value ladder. Pillar 4, the marketing stamina, which means you are really accepting the mindset that marketing takes time and advertising is not just for a short term sales, I would say, increase or bump. No, advertising and marketing in your mind should be, or your mindset should be for it, that it's a long term game and you're playing with the mindset to make sure that your offer or your product is reaching to the right customer at the right time and it's highest on their priority list to buy from you. Finally, a great sales funnel. Anything we are going to discuss in more depth in this particular video is really just baseless if you can't have a great funnel. It doesn't matter if you have a Shopify store or not, but if you have a product and you're trying to market or advertise, you really need to have a great sales funnel. It's not just about tofu, bofu and mofu, like top of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel. No, it's all about having a sales funnel which is really good in copywriting and can drive your customer to purchase and buy from you without any hindrance, unlike a Shopify store has. So these are the, I would say, key or fundamental pillars of any e-commerce or great e-commerce brand in 2026. Now coming to the depth part. So what are we what are we talking today? The first pillar is the 3 magical words, ideal customer profile. As discussed earlier in the shorter part, this was basically you targeting or trying to figure out what is the end consumer who is going to buy from you. This is the particular person who is going to buy anything or everything from you. But in order to buy from you, you really need to have this particular ideal customer in your mind that you need to describe him or her. Give him or her a name, describe his age, gender, and most importantly, go beyond demographics. Go into psychographics or the lifestyle problem they have and figure out what are the key problems and pain points they have. You can do in 2 or 3 ways. Like the first way is, if you are already selling something, go and have a survey funnel and put your old customers towards the survey funnel and figure out what is the key problem they have, right? And then craft an ideal customer profile. If you don't have any particular customer, you're just starting out, go and do a market research. Try different campaigns, basically pushing sort of, I can say, a questionnaire funnel or survey funnel towards your people or the potential customer you have, and figure out what is that single thing, or not even single, like multiple problems that is bothering them. Third way, if you don't know anything about marketing right now, then what you can do is you can just sit back and think about why do you started this business. Who was the person who really wanted to serve you? You might have a problem that you wanted to solve for yourself. Then think about how you can replicate yourself and how the same problem you have, which other people might also are facing. Think about that. What is the bigger problem they are also facing that you faced in your lifestyle, right? Think about that. Take your time, visualize it deeply, and then make a whole document called ideal customer profile or avatar. Now coming to the second pillar, this is the irresistible offer. I actually have talked a lot about this in my LinkedIn, even in a previous video, but today we are talking the crux. A simple irresistible offer should answer these 4 questions. What is in it for me as a customer? What is in it for me? Why should I believe you? What are you trying to sell me? And for how much you're trying to sell me. If you can answer these 4 questions in a typical form where your product is not just trying to sell them, your product is trying to solve a genuine problem, then your offer is going to answer all these particular questions, right? And then we have pillar 3, value ladder. It's simple. If you don't know, or if you're not ascending them towards a particular end goal or achieving the highest desired outcome, then you're stagnating in your business, and you're also stagnating the desires of your consumer, right? So essential pillar is basically starting from a bait, lower end product, middle end, high end, and then the continuity program. Okay, and then we have pillar 4, marketing stamina. This is something I learned from Dean Graziosi. If you don't know, he's a really great marketer as well as a coach, guru, or whatever you can call him. But I learned when he was at, I guess, Funnel Hacking Live 2019 or something. So I learned from him that marketing stamina is this particular term, or I would say is this particular word, which is given for you as a marketer or brand owner to have this mindset that marketing would take time, advertising would take time, and you need to have that amount of cash to burn for it. And in order to have that cash, you really need pillar 5, which is a great sales funnel. Because if you really need marketing stamina, means a lot of cash to burn, but in a healthy way, like you can break even or you can generate a profit, then you need to have a sales funnel, and not a simple sales funnel, a great sales funnel with some certain type of OTO or even just a good copy. Because a Shopify store can't do that. A Shopify store can do a lot of good things as a broker, inventory, or even just a page, or I would say Shopify store can do good work in terms of showing what all you have in SKU, but it's not good for selling a single product. Okay, so these are the 5 pillars you really need to make sure that you have in 2026, because this is the time we really need to improve our game, because the competition is leveling up. So my clients, whenever they have this particular question or query where they should start from, I would say start from this particular thing. This is something I'm emphasizing really important, or I'm telling that this is so important that people would pay $1,000 to just listen this particular thing. So if you're paying attention till this part or this end of the video, then I would say go and try to implement these 5 small things, and you will have a very, very, I would say, greater amount of purpose for your business and marketing. You won't see marketing as a expense. You would see marketing and advertising as an investment. Until then, I'll see you in a next video. Tada, bye bye.